Now we are going to see about the types of transmission and distribution systems. The transmission and distribution systems are classified as AC systems and DC systems. The AC power transmission is transmission of electrical power by alternating current. It is called the AC power transmission system. Most of the systems are AC. We are using the AC power transmission system. Usually the transmission lines are three-phase AC current, whereas in electric railways, single-phase AC current is sometimes used for railway rectification systems. Otherwise, most of the cases we are using the three-phase AC system. What about the advantage of AC system? A high voltage can be built up by using the transformer in that AC system. The fluctuation in the voltage level as per requirement can be done using step up and step down transformers. And also maintenance cost of the substation and generating cost of the AC voltage is low compared than the DC systems. The motors used are simple in construction and have low maintenance in that AC system. The maintenance of substation is cheaper than the DC system. What about the limitations of AC system? In the initial setup is very expensive. The resistance offered by the lines is high, which cause skin effect and thus leading to the voltage drop. In the case of DC system, does not have the skin effect. Due to the skin effect, it loses the power. The AC lines are more sensitive to corona loss. It is also the major drawback of that AC system. The AC lines even show losses due to reactance offered by the line. In that AC system, it is having the reactance drops. The speed of the alternator is required to be controlled in that AC system. These are all the major disadvantages of AC systems. Then DC power transmission. For many reasons, power is generated, transmitted, distributed and consumed as an alternating current. But if certain applications need the use of DC, the AC was converted into DC locally by motor generator sets, rotary converted to DC locally by the motor generator or rotary converters, etc., rectifiers, etc. There are certain advantages or technical reasons to associated with the DC system, which are due to the large charging currents, the use of high voltage AC for underground transmission over longer distance is prohibited. But for DC there is no such limitations in this DC system. The parallel operation of AC with DC increases the stability limits of that system. A DC transmission line requires converters at each end. Therefore, at the sending end, where AC is converted into DC, and the receiving end, where the DC is again converted into AC for use. For reducing the transmission loss, we may use that DC power transmission. But most of the cases we are adopted in the AC system. Thereby we are using the inverter in that receiving end. What about the advantages of DC transmission compared than the AC transmission system? The line construction is simple, hence the line is cheaper as compared to AC. The number of conductors also less in that DC system. The power per conductor of DC is more as compared with the AC system. There is no charging current required because of which the length of transmission is not limited and the cable need not be derated. The DC line is cheaper and simpler as it requires 2 conductors instead of 3. But in the case of AC transmission system, we are using the 3 conductor. High operating voltages possible in this DC transmission system, and also no stability problem in that DC transmission system. These are all the major advantages of DC transmission system. Then what about the limitation or disadvantages of DC transmission system? The expensive converters are used in that DC transmission system. These are all the major drawback of DC transmission system. The power transmitted can be used at lower voltage only. The voltage transformation is not easier in case of DC, and hence it has to be done on the AC side of the system. And also circuit breaking for multi-terminal line is very difficult in that DC transmission system. Then what about the applications of DC transmission? For long distance bulk power transmission, we are using the DC transmission system for reducing the losses. And underground or underwater cables, we are using the DC transmission system. A synchronous interconnection of AC system operating at different frequencies or where independent control of the system is desirable in the DC transmission system. Then about the battery as a DC supply, we may use the battery as the DC supply for the general purpose. For many applications, we need to use a low voltage DC source. The battery is used as the DC power supply for such applications. The batteries can be of different types as lead acid battery, nickel cadmium battery, dry battery, maintenance free battery. These are all the major batteries we are using. This is a simple for battery. Batteries may be connected into 2 connections. One is battery in series connection. If you need to increase the voltage, we may connect it to the battery in series connection. If you want to increase the current rating, you have to connect the batteries in parallel connection. This is one is the series connection. This is the parallel connection of batteries. In this case, we are using the 4 batteries. The batteries voltage are V1, V2, V3 and V4. The applications of these batteries are torch, radio, music system, laptop, computers, cars, 2-wheelers and other vehicles, and also we are using the UPS systems. Then what about the utilization of electrical power? The electrical power has number of applications or utilization areas. It is used in domestic as well as industrial and agriculture applications. Some of the applications of electrical power are domestic applications such as lighting, fan, heaters, TV and other appliances, etc. Then about the general applications in industries and others are AC and DC motor drives, machine tool applications, then electrically operated vehicle, train, cars, etc. And also we are using the electrical power to the welding purpose, induction heating, dielectric heating, and the electro-acro systems. These are all the some applications of electrical power utilization. Thank you.